Hi, this is Allie.
And this is Taylor, and our presentation is over two tests.
The comprehensive test of phonological processes
And the test of word reading efficiency. And the tests are made by the same people, Wagner, Torgerson, and Rashad.
Okay, so the CTOPP test kit includes two forms, a picture book, a manual, and a CD. And the two forms, one's for ages 5 through 6, and the other is for ages 7 through 24, and the cost is $347. Okay, so the purpose of the CTOPP is that it's a norm reference test to assess phonological awareness, memory, and rapid naming. And it tests phonological processing abilities, levels of phonological representation, 3 kinds of phonological processing, and the model of phonological processing. And it takes 30 minutes to administer, and there's 2 age ranges. And for the first one, it's ages 5 through 6, and there's 7 core subtests, and there's 1 supplemental subtest, and 3 composites. And then for the second form, which is ages 7 through 24, there's 6 core subtests, and 6 supplemental subtests, and 5 composites. Next, we have a quick clip of Taylor and I giving you an example of a few subtests.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'll be playing the role of the clinician.
Hi, I'm Allie, and I will be the client.
Okay, so we're going to go over 2 subtests today, just give you a taste of what the CTOPP is like, and this is for ages 7 through 24. So first subtest that we're going to do is elision. Okay, so let's play a word game. Say toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Now say toothbrush without saying tooth.
Brush.
Good job. Okay, so now we'll try our next one. Say airplane.
Airplane.
Now say airplane without saying plane.
Air.
Great. Now say donut.
Donut.
Say it without the dough.
Nut.
Okay, good job. So now say popcorn.
Popcorn.
And say popcorn without saying corn.
Pop.
Great. And say baseball.
Baseball.
Now say baseball without saying base.
Ball.
Good job. Now say spider.
Spider.
Now say spider without saying der.
Spy.
Okay, so let's try some where we take smaller parts of the word, okay?
Okay.
Now say cup.
Cup.
Say cup without saying k.
Up.
That's right. Let's try the next one. Say meat.
Meat.
Now say meat without saying t.
Me.
Okay, and now say farm.
Farm.
And say farm without saying f.
Arm.
Good job. Okay, now say bold.
Bold.
Now say bold without saying b.
Old.
Good job. And say mat.
Mat.
Now say mat without saying m.
At.
Great. And there's just a few more remaining test items, but we just wanted to give you a taste of that. Okay, so the second subtest we're going to show is actually subtest 7 for the ages 7 to 24, and it is rapid color naming. So for this, you will need the picture book and a timer. We say not to use your phone, but since that's what we have right now, that is what we're going to use. All right. So what colors do you see on this page?
Black, green, blue, red, brown, yellow.
Okay, great. So you'll be saying the names of some of the colors as fast as you can. So now I want you to say the names of the colors on this page as fast as you can when I tell you where to start. And this is where you're going to begin. Okay, and I want you to name the row before you go on to the next one. And just name the colors in the row as fast as you can until you come to the end, and try not to skip any boxes. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So you'll begin as soon as I uncover this page. All right. Let me get my timer ready. Okay. Ready? Begin.
Blue, red, green, black, brown, yellow, red, black, blue, yellow, green, brown, blue, red, green, black, yellow, brown, green, yellow, black, red, brown, blue, green, red, blue, black, brown, yellow, brown, green, red, yellow, blue, black.
Okay, great. The TOWRE test kit includes a manual, stimulus words and practice items, a scoring sheet, and 2 forms of each subtest. So the purpose of the TOWRE is a measure of an individual's ability to pronounce printed words accurately and fluently. The uses of this test are to monitor growth and efficiency of phonemic decoding and sight word reading skills during early elementary grades, should be helpful in identifying children who require more intensive or explicit instruction, and provide useful as part of a battery of tests for a diagnosis of specific reading disabilities. It can also be used either as a replacement for a supplemental to a standard diagnostic test of context-free word reading ability. The test should have useful applications in research. It takes 5 minutes to administer each subtest, and if you're doing both, it takes 7 to 8 minutes. The first subtest is sight word efficiency, and there's forms A and B. And the second subtest is phonemic decoding efficiency with forms A and B. This next video is the test administration of the tower with the help of Brooke and Allie.
Okay, I want you to read some lists of words as fast as you can. Let's start with this practice list. Begin at the top and read down the list as fast as you can. If you come to a word you cannot read, just skip it and go to the next one. Use your finger if you have to. So go ahead and read that list for me.
Ba, fas, gan, rup, nasp, luddy, dord.
Good job. Okay, so we're going to do another practice. Go ahead and read this list for me, or say it as fast as you can.
On, my, be, old, warm, bone, most, spell.
Good job. Okay, so now we'll read some longer lists of words. And then once I flip it over and say begin, you can start reading. Just list them or read them as fast as you can and use your finger if you have to.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you when. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
Ip, ga, ko, ta, am, ig, ni, pim, wum, lat, bath, din, nup, fet, bave, pate, herm, des, chur, nap, tive, barp, stip, plin, frip, path, vasp, measpt, shlee, guddy, scree, felly, clert, sline, dreef, prane, zint, blute, trisk, kelm, strone, lunaf, craddy, trober, depate, glant, sploosh.
Good job. Go.
Is, up, cat, red, me, to, no, we, he, the, and, yes, of, him, as, book, was, help, then, time, would, let, men, baby, new, stop, work, jump, part, fast, find, milk, back, lost, find, paper, open, kind, able, shoes, money, great, father, river, space, short, left, people, almost, waves, child, strong, crowd, better, inside, plain, pretty, famous, children, without, finally, strange, budget, repress, contain, justice, morning, resolve, describe, garment, business, qualify, potent, collapse, elements.
Go ahead. What was it on?
Elements.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, next we have CTOPP validity, and content validity is very high and there's little or no bias. Construct validity, it's moderate to average. In conventional item analysis, all of the coefficients for item discrimination are above 0.2, and criterion prediction validity, average coefficients for subtests range from 0.49 to 0.84, and composites range from 0.65 to 0.76. Okay, for CTOPP reliability, we have retest reliability, and that is 0.73 to 0.92, which is good. And then we have internal consistency, and they exceed 0.8, but not the non-word repetition, which is 0.77. And then alternate forms meets or exceeds 0.85, and the alternate form reliability is 0.74 to 0.97, which is equally reliable. And then the interreliability, which exceeds 0.9.
So the validity of the tower includes concurrent prediction validity. For subtest 1 was 0.9 to 0.94, and for subtest 2 was 0.86 to 0.89, which we find to be good, and that's in correlation with the warmed R. For predictive validity is 0.47 to 0.87, and that is about fair. For the GORT and construct identification validity for subtest 1 Form A is 0.81, Form B was 0.81, which is good and better than subtest 2 for Form A was 0.78 and for Form B was 0.77. The TOWRE reliability includes content sampling reliability of 0.93, time sampling reliability of 0.93, interscore reliability of 0.99, test retest of 0.82 to 0.97, and internal consistency all exceeded 0.80, but 0.86 to 0.96 was the actual range. So overall, we find that the TOWRE has very good reliability. Okay, so for the adequacy of norms, the norming sample that both the TOWRE and CTOPP used was 1,507 persons in 30 states. The states include Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Missouri, New Hampshire, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Washington, and Wisconsin, and those are all shown by this picture right here and all the blue stars. So the regions that they included were Northeast, Midwest, South, and West. Overall, the norming sample for the age, there was around 100 per age, and the ages included 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 through 24. The gender-wise, the ratio was 1:1, so male to female, 50-50%. Ethnic background, majority, 82% was white, and 14% black, and 4% other. That can be further broken down into a smaller percentage of Hispanic Asian, with African American again being the largest percentage of minorities. And then for how they found the validity and reliability, they used Tallahassee, Florida, so we have a picture to show the races in Tallahassee, Florida versus Toledo, Ohio, to show that they're pretty similar, and we felt that it was fair to use this test in Toledo because of what's represented in Tallahassee. So also we found that the overall norming sample included more urban than rural students, so from 1,080 to 315, and then socioeconomic level, there's 14% under $15,000, 46% under $34,999, and 89% under $75,000 that the family made per year. In Toledo, Ohio's average income is $34,548 for their average income. So that's about like 50% depicted in the TOWRE are in that average income or below. So we found that the linguistic appropriateness and cultural appropriateness of the test. So the makers of TOWRE and CTOPP wanted to check for test bias, so they tested subgroups of different race, ethnicity, disability, and linguistic differences, and found that the test is equally reliable for all subgroups, including male, female, European American, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, speech language handicap, and learning disabilities in Tallahassee, Florida. Pretty much they just found like the scores of all these children were pretty similar. So that way the test seemed fair and appropriate, although whenever they tested, it wasn't noted anywhere that they used a specific type of dialect. Okay, so our overall impressions of the tests are?
So the benefits of the CTOPP, you can replace components of the test without having to buy the whole kit, which is really nice because it's expensive. And it's representative of the U.S. population, and it's multi-purposeful in that it helps with assessment, research, and intervention. There are a few drawbacks, though. Their cost is $347, which is really expensive. And it might be kind of challenging to administer because you have to be familiar with and know how to work the audio cassette, and you need to use those because it's for standardization. So it might be kind of difficult for some therapists, and the forms that are for recording on, they're laid out logically, but there's not enough room to record the specific errors of the examinee.
And it's limited to adult testing. It only goes to age 24, so it's limited to adult testing.
All right, and so the benefits of the TOWRE is that you can give it really fast. It takes only 5 to 8 minutes, depending on if you do one of the subtests or both subtests. It can be given by a variety of professionals. It eliminates context, and when testing the validity and the reliability, it was tested in Tallahassee, Florida, and it actually kind of aligns with Toledo, Ohio's ethnicity. So drawbacks of the tool is that it costs $318. However, like the CTOPP, you can buy components of it, so you don't have to buy the whole test kit to replace it. It does not diagnose, again, like the CTOPP, and it is difficult to retest. A small sample size, which is the Tallahassee, Florida, because it was only 100 to 200 students, but it is kind of resembles Toledo. And it was not read in different dialects from what we could find. So our overall recommendation for both of the tests are:
they're both well researched, and they are both overall reliable and valid. And the CTOPP gives us a good idea of phonological processing in kids up to age 24.
So we think these tests are pretty user-friendly. They're easy to administer. They really don't take that much time. There's not a lot of materials that you need. And it's really good as a component of the evaluation, but not as a full depiction of the child's ability. And also, the TOWRE is helpful to have an idea of the child's reading ability.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.